Hey everyone! Welcome back to another video. Today, we're diving into one of the most unique and mysterious characters in the world of anime and manga, Hikaru from the Summer Hikaru Died. As always, while I'm telling you his story, you'll also see a pencil sketch of Hikaru slowly taking shape on paper. I think it adds something special, a way to feel his presence both in words and in lines. So, sit back, relax, and let's step into a story filled with warmth, mystery, and unforgettable summer memories. Hikaru is a boy whose roots run deep in a quiet countryside town, the kind of place where everyone knows each other and life flows with a steady rhythm. The Summer Hikaru Died is, of course, a story much larger than it first appears, but here we're not going to spoil anything. Instead, we'll just focus on Hikaru himself, getting to know him like an old friend. From childhood, Hikaru was known as energetic, kind, and just a little mischievous. He was the kid who would be the first to step into the river, the first to climb the steep hill, the one who couldn't resist testing boundaries. His eyes always carried curiosity, as though every corner of the world was holding a secret waiting for him to discover. Alongside that adventurous spirit, Hikaru had a huge heart. Loyalty to his friends was part of who he was, especially when it came to Yoshiki, his closest companion since childhood. They grew up together, laughed together, and even small quarrels never managed to break their bond. So when we think of Hikaru, we immediately think of friendship deep, sincere, and unshakable. Within his family, Hikaru was much the same. Like any teenager, he could be a little rebellious at times, but his attachment to home was obvious. His laughter filled the house, and his presence was like sunlight, warm, bright, and impossible to ignore. One of Hikaru's defining traits was simplicity, not the kind that comes from being naive, but the kind that makes someone appreciate the little things. For him, a summer afternoon with a gentle breeze and the scent of pine trees could be the best moment in the world. But what makes Hikaru stand out is the subtle sense of mystery that always surrounds him. After all, this is a story about the Summer Hikaru Died. Even in that single line, you feel both wonder and unease. Yet here, instead of focusing on events, we're painting a picture of who Hikaru was, a boy whose very name holds memory. When we picture Hikaru, we see a teenage boy with slightly messy hair, a smile that never quite disappears, and eyes that blend courage with innocence. It's that look that makes audiences feel close to him from the very beginning. Being a countryside kid, Hikaru had a natural bond with the world around him. Forests, rivers, and star-filled nights weren't rare sights, but everyday companions. He seemed to draw energy from nature itself, never tiring of exploring, listening, or simply being present in those spaces. In his relationships, Hikaru was honest and straightforward. If he didn't like something, he'd say it. If he loved something, he'd show it wholeheartedly. That honesty made people trust him easily. At the same time, it sometimes put him at odds with more complicated personalities, but that was just part of being Hikaru. Within the larger story, Hikaru represents light and life. Even as the narrative steps into darker or stranger territories, the memory of Hikaru, his energy, his laughter, his way of being remains as a bright thread woven through everything. His playful summers with Yoshiki, afternoons spent swimming in the river or riding bikes down dusty country roads, his fascination with insects, small treasures, and simple joys of rural life. The storyteller leans into humor and warmth, recalling little scenes that could belong to any teenager, laughing too loud during dinner, trying to skip chores, or daring Yoshiki into silly competitions. These details bring Hikaru alive without spoiling the main plot. The narrative also dives into his inner world. Small fears, vague dreams of the future, his courage in unexpected situations, and his natural kindness toward both friends and elders in the village. Through all this, Hikaru becomes more than just a name and a title. He feels like a living presence, someone whose personality is so vibrant that even in a story framed by loss, what shines brightest is his life. By the end of this long section, the storyteller leaves audiences with a gentle unease. Something different happened that summer. But still, no spoilers are revealed, only atmosphere and character insight. And that, my friends, is the story of Hikaru's life. A boy whose name might sound heavy when you first hear it, the Summer Hikaru died, but who, in truth, was filled with light, warmth, and those irreplaceable human moments. I hope you enjoyed this journey. While I told you the story, I was sketching Hikaru in pencil, and I hope the drawing helped bring him even closer to life. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me which character you'd like me to cover next. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Until the next video, goodbye.